Come home in the morning light. My mother asks, when you gonna live your life right? Oh mama dear, we're not the fortunate ones, and girls, they want to have fun. Oh, girls, they want to have fun. The phone rings in the middle of the night. My father asks, when you gonna live your life right? Oh daddy dear, you know you're still number one. Just girls, we want to have fun. Oh, girls, we want to have, that's all we really want. Some fun.
Prescribed, and they deliver therapeutic workshops. They promote poetry as a self-healing tool. Welcome her to the stage, Miss Yankee.
Hi guys, it's a pleasure to be here. I never thought I'd be sharing this poem with so many people. This is called Another Woman's Cry. As I hold my pen in sorrow, I realise the truth. After all those years of blaming me, I knew that it was you. Excuses can't explain away the terror of his reign. Behind a wall of silence, I kept a mask to hide the pain. You see a happy-go-lucky guy with a 6-foot frame. You only know persona, I know the man behind the name. I used to want to scream at you, please don't be taken in. Then I'd realise that I too fell for those eyes and dimpled chin. How could such a good guy be so many other things? How could he raise his hand, apologise, then talk about a ring? How could I ever trust someone who had spat upon my face, then stroked my cheek and whispered softly, you know I love you, Ace? How could I ever trust someone who kept a special bat to smash up my things in fury whilst I cowered from his wrath? How I used to clutch my belt until my hands were bloody red, praying he wouldn't crash the car as he threatened to drive me to my death. How could I not tell a soul I was suffering such things? The shame I felt was greater than almost anything. My pride he relied upon to hide his lies and keep me from my freedom. Oh, I'd confront him often. Every approach was applied. He said he had an anger problem, something I now know to be a lie. His mother would laugh and joke. He'd always had a bit of a temper. Blinded by a sociopath, fed by her placenta. He said that childhood issues had caused uncontrollable rage, but what he did was all controlled. Control and power was his game. I was always waiting for the bang. Caught up in crescendo, so much time anticipating, I couldn't see the end. Though red flags waved, I missed them. But I remember all of those little remarks. My name, my frame, my education made to jokes for him to laugh. Belittling my culture. Frequent calls at work, criticising everything made me doubt my worth. Lazy, daily blazing whilst I was working hard.
My housemaid looked oversized in a field surrounded by trees and overgrown ivy. Detached, voluptuous, with the blinds pulled shut. From the front, it appears no one is home. But as you get closer to the pillar box red door, my heart decides whether to let you in. A goddess who can connect to a high vibration, who has learnt from a violent past. I am a goddess. But from the front of the home, it appears that no one is there.
Good afternoon, sisters. Power! Power! Today I am here to speak about caste-based atrocities committed on women from the lower caste. They are also known as Dalits. You all must have heard that India follows an unequal form of society called the caste system, and which is a 3,000-year-old system. It is the oldest form of repression in the world, my dear sisters.
Million women rise! Power to the women!
remind you not to forget African women. We come here to raise the voices of African women, particularly the African women who have died in conflict zone, those who are dying at the hand of men because of domestic violence, those who are suffering from gender-based violence and particularly sexual violence.
To share the speeches given by the young people. They say I'm old, but I'm holding the same feelings. I'm not going to repeat what is going on in Sudan. I mean the killing. It is happening. I want to say one thing. Yes, we remember those who are killed. Here are their photos, or some of their photos, but beside them is a list of 176 women detained just because they said no to war, we need freedom, we need democracy.
Whoa! Bloods are on each one of your phone. There are women who have been raped, women who have been buried alive by rebel groups who are actually being used as slaves to mine those coltan. Congo is become the capital of rape. It's actually the most dangerous place to live if you are a woman. Not only because of the war zone, but because of patriarchy, masculinity, violent masculinity. Rape has become mocked today in the Congo. Please remember Congolese women, particularly those who have lost their life, resisting. As indeed, I'm telling you, women are resisting. It doesn't matter what is happening. Wherever they bring gun, we are resisting. And we want you to bring this message to the UN Security Council member, particularly the UK, that Congolese women are resisting. And we are raising our voices to say that we are women and we are human. We are resisting.
For we know the increasing feminicides perpetrated by men and silently condoned by the state are preventable. As migrant Latin American women living in the UK, every day and today, we rise against racist, sexist treatment of survivors who are all too often re-victimized, criminalized, made homeless and destitute whilst attempting to escape violence. We rise against the government hostile environment, which prioritizes racist immigration control over the safety of survivors. We rise against the government funding cuts, targeting and threatening our by and for BME services and refugees. They are a lifeline for BME survivors of violence. We rise against all forms of intersectional and interpersonal and systemic violence against all women, trans women, gender non-conforming people, or cis women, lesbian, bisexual, queer, and heterosexual women, women who are racialized, women subjected to immigration control, and those who are white and citizens, working class, destitute women, and those who are middle class, women who have a disability, and those who don't. Together, we collectively remember women who have been killed by violence, women who continue to survive. We remember our ancestors who resisted patriarchal, racist colonization and genocide.
Oh, what do we stand for in this life? Where do you go? Where do you run to?